Guns are welcome, thanks to the Second Amendment.
With the District of Columbia v. Heller case, the court will hear a case regarding the central meaning of the Second Amendment and its relation to gun control laws.
The Second Amendment, Second Amendment, Second Amendment, the Second Amendment. Second Amendment states that
a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, shall not be infringed.
If you're reading, you would be saying the Second Amendment was designed to take away or expand upon the rights that are reserved, rather than simply guaranteeing what rights were understood to be implicit in the Constitution itself.
I'm not sure I followed the question exactly, but
In Article 1, Section 8 says certain rights are reserved to the states with respect to the militia.
what is at issue this morning is the scope and nature of the individual right protected by the resulting amendment. And the first text to consider is the phrase protecting a right to keep and bear arms. In the debates over the Second Amendment, every person who used the phrase bear arms used it to refer to the use of arms in connection with militia service. And when Madison introduced the amendment in the first Congress, he exactly equated the phrase bearing arms with, quote, rendering military service. I don't see how, once we're in the land where there is a right, there's a far weaker case if there's any need for public safety to limit the number of guns one has. Mr. Chief Justice, if the Second Amendment is positive law that a litigant can invoke in court, if a state were to decide after recent events that it couldn't rely upon the federal government in natural disasters and wanted to have a state-only militia, wanted to have everybody trained in the use of a weapon, a federal law that interfered with that would be a law that could be challenged in court by an individual.
The court held that the Second Amendment protects an individual right to possess a firearm unconnected with a service in a militia, and to use that firearm for traditionally lawful purposes, such as self-defense within the home. The court based its holding on the text of the Second Amendment, as well as applicable language in state constitutions adopted soon after the Second Amendment.
I'm here to arrest you. Put your gun down. Around and put your hands behind your back. Please say something, motherfucker.
Wait, the Second Amendment! What about the Second Amendment?
I have the right to bear arms.
I'm sorry. You are right.
I'm sorry.
Constitutions adopted soon after the Second Amendment. As well as see, I didn't find the first time and then you had to screw me over. Amendment, as well as an applicable look for the stars as the sun goes down. Each breath that you take. Keep a gun in your house. With a